Well, you know who else might need a new career pretty soon, Brian? The next person up on the parade of terror was Max Caster, who what have they done to this guy? He's got a petition he's asking the referee to sign to recognize him as the greatest wrestler in the world, and he tried to get the fans to do his chant. Some of them kind of did it half-heartedly, like, okay, if we can move this thing along.
Yeah, they did it.
But and he issues a 5-minute open challenge. And here comes Hobbs. And now Hobbs is coming through the crowd in street clothes. And he comes out, he beats Caster in less than a minute. Caster has done something to somebody, and they're making an example out of him. That's the only thing I can think. I don't.
Well, the only problem with that is that it seems that he is embracing it completely, almost as if it's his idea. He's really into it. He's getting the fans into it. I have to say, other than the fact that it seemed like he had potential for something other than this, I'm entertained by it. It's the best comedy thing, I think, in wrestling whenever it randomly appears on this show. But because it makes no sense. The more you think about it, you're like, what happened? The Acclaimed were one of the most over things in the whole company. They actually, I think, sold some merch.
Yeah.
They got Billy Gunn over. I mean, just everything. No, I mean, he was over, but they got him over in a different way to a different audience for different reasons. It was all working, and then they kind of just broke up. Like, it was just like, all right, I've had enough of you. Yeah. All right, I'll see you later. Like, what the fuck happened? And then they finally have the match, like, weeks later after Caster's been losing to everyone, and Bowens doesn't do anything. If you live in New York, you see Bowens in the PC Richard commercial still. As the smiling tech at the end, folding his arms like, hey, I sold you that 5-year fucking plan for that fucking stupid TV. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense. That's why it's almost well, go ahead.
If this is Caster's idea, he just obviously doesn't have any idea, no pun intended, of what the fuck it's doing to it's making him look like he's a complete imbecile now. You couldn't put this guy in a main event or any kind of top match again.
Because how would that work otherwise? How are you going to, I mean, you've been a booker and a promoter. How are you pitching to someone, look, we have a gimmick for you. You're going to go out there and make a complete ass of yourself and then lose right away. And then you'll be off TV and then we'll do this again. And
well, yeah, I mean, there's been losing streaks like Barry Horowitz, right? But Barry, bless him, understood that his position was he's an underneath guy in the big company. And they gave him something to do, and he's okay because it's more than what he was doing. But
he was a job. But with all due respect to the talent and ability of Barry Horowitz, he was a job guy. Like when I was a kid watching WWF,
yeah.
I never saw him win anything until they gave him that push in '95.
Well, but that's what I'm saying is part of the losing streak thing is when he would, and he did it in Florida too, I believe. Is that, you know, when you do a losing streak with a guy like that, they are kind of an underneath guy, and that's where they're going to be, but you can get some interest in them as part of the package, but you don't.
Yeah.
It's not a main event spot. It's not anything approaching that.
Like, honestly, when I think losing streak, the first thing I think of, and I may be the only fan, I think of Mike Boyette in the UWF. Like, it was entertaining that he never won and they pointed it out, but like, it wasn't like, give him a push. You know, push him to the top. I want to see that guy against Dr. Death, and I want to see him beat Dr. Death.
Well, don't worry. He ain't going to beat anybody.
What do you think about Hobbs coming through the crowd? Unnecessary?
Why? Well, yes, because unless he's the only one doing it, he does it all the time. But why did he just do it now? And they played his music and his entrance video on the screen, but he came through the crowd. What?
For this. Not for someone he has a problem with. Not for like,
yeah. It's
someone
like,
he has to get his hands on. Yeah.
It was like, shit, they told me I was next segment. I'm still out here at the popcorn stand.
5-minute challenge. They really should have pushed it and I gone by 4 minutes and 45 seconds. That really would have been funny.
That would have been pushing it all right.